Good morning, Norway, a lot because most people that come to this channel are in Norway. Well, not quite. There's quite a bunch from the United States and Brazil, Germany for some reason, not sure why. And for that matter, for that reason, I usually talk about my life in Norway, the organization of society in Norway, and first and foremost, I want to say that most people in Norway are very pleasant, very polite, very accepting of other cultures, and interested in other cultures as well. I have noticed this over the past 25 years. Most Norwegians are the nicest people. I can understand the immigration crisis in the world, not just here, in many parts of the world, to where a high influx of immigrants are going into different countries. And some of the people that are born in those countries that have their cultural background and their ethnic background associated with that country might not like it, but I don't think they have a reason to perceive that as a threat in theory, right? Of course, when people go into a country and they crimes and they destroy the country by vandalizing, and when they don't act properly in a different country, I can see why somebody wouldn't want that person there. But the vast majority of immigrants is not what the problem is. Because most immigrants, they come to Norway, and I've seen this with families that come from Afghanistan, from Pakistan, from Ethiopia, from Somalia, from many different countries. Most people that come here, they just they learn Norwegian first, they learn the culture, they learn social studies, Norwegian social studies, geography, all of that. They take their proficiency test in Norwegian, they validate their diplomas from home, or they get an entirely new education here in Norway, and they go about their lives working, paying taxes, not really bothering anybody. So in my humble opinion, that's okay. Those people are not doing anything wrong. And I include myself in this as well. I'm not a refugee, not that there's any difference in how somebody should be treated based on what kind of residence permit they have. I came here on a family reunion visa. My husband is Norwegian. We got married in 1997. We're both living in Australia. We met each other there while I was studying. So the rest is history. We lived in Brazil for 3 years, and then we came here to Norway where my husband could get a job because he got a job in Brazil. So that's my story. After 3 years living here, I was a legal resident. Legal resident. Let that sink in. Legal as in I am lawfully here. And I have been for years and years and years now. I think we sent in my papers when I arrived. I think I arrived in May or June. And in September, I already had a residence permit. So my problem, my problem with being put in the same box as every immigrant is that we're all different. We come from different backgrounds. Some of the people that come here are criminals, but not everybody. Most people. So for the past week, I have been attacked on this channel by a person that goes by Anna Gudmundsen. I don't know that that's the person. In all fairness to anyone that had their lives hacked, hijacked, and anyone that has been impersonated online, it might not be the person herself. I did some digging to find out who the person is. I sent her a Facebook message telling her, look, there is somebody using your name and posting racist and xenophobic diatribe on YouTube. I sent a friend request first because I wanted to talk to the person. So this person, Gudmundsen, she received a message from me explaining to her that somebody using that name has been posting racist, xenophobic, a lot of hate speech, cyberbullying speech on my channel in a form of comments. So I let this person know because it might not be her, right? It might be somebody using that name. So in all fairness, I have to say that because it might be that person. I did some digging to find out who the person was, and I doubt it that this person could be doing these things, but we never know. I reached out and I'm waiting to hear. They haven't said anything, so who knows? So I've been attacked, heavily attacked, being told, hey, go home to the United States. I love that because, hey, if I could go home to the United States, that would be tempting because I love the United States. But I was born in Brazil. I have property in Brazil. So if I go, I'm going to go to Brazil. And if I leave this country when I do, it's not going to be because somebody on the internet told me to leave. It will be because it's cold and depressing for me here. That's why I might leave. Not because some troll, some racist, xenophobic troll told me so. I have already started an investigation on YouTube. And these cases no one's seen. YouTube takes very good care. Well, sometimes some things go unnoticed. But accounts like mine, my account has been around for 20 years. So YouTube wants these legacy accounts to be active. So a complaint from my account is taken very seriously. So I already talked to the manager of my account about this, and an investigation will be launched. So every time this person logged in to YouTube, they logged in from, even if they used a VPN, the motherboard of the devices they used is recorded. So YouTube can even cross-reference the accounts. For example, if this person is using, maybe they have a main account and they're using this particular account just to say these hateful things, they're going to cross-reference the motherboard of the different devices this person has used, so they can easily find out what it is. Hate speech is a big deal in Norway. Even though there are people who are racist, most people in Norway do not like that. They don't like to even be perceived as racist. So yeah, so an investigation has already been launched. I talked to the manager of my account. I have a legacy account. So the managers of your account, they're managers for different accounts. So because my account is a legacy account, YouTube does not want my account to be a target for anything unsavory. Let's put it this way. I think the policy, Google, for Facebook, for all of these companies, is to protect their clients because that's how they make money. So I have happily launched an investigation to figure out who this person is. They're probably not going to tell me anything, but they will be watching the person's movements on Facebook, if you will. I also put we'll see, Facebook, YouTube, Google. YouTube is under Google, so it's virtually the same thing. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to this person. Their account's probably going to be terminated. And if they go ahead and delete their account because they think they're made, all of this data is protected somewhere. So even if they delete their accounts, an engineer, an IT engineer can easily retrieve all of the steps that person took in their account. So you're not going to get away. So if you're watching this, know that anything that you have typed will be looked into. And every one of your accounts will be examined. And we're going to get a hold of you. Racism does not have a place in society. And if it declines, it will be eradicated. There's nobody here, that's why I have this on. When there are people here, I don't have it on.